Russia's Gazprom has grown into the world's largest natural gas producer, and it's now among the pivotal players within the broader European economy. Our Hans Nichols is in Washington, D.C., and he's speaking exclusively with Deputy CEO Alexander Medvedev. Hans?
Thanks, Margaret. Sir, welcome to Washington and welcome to Bloomberg News. Let's start with forecasts. Gazprom has said gas prices will be rising in Europe, and yet some of your competitors, other suppliers, Total, BP, they see lessening demand. What accounts for this difference in opinion?
No, we are not in a short-term business, we're in a long-term business because we already for more than 40 years in this business, and we saw ups and downs of the world economy several times. And we are rather sure that in 2, maximum 3 years, we will be back on track with the demand in gas, because we see that it's the first signs of economic recovery, and the role of natural gas in the economy due to this approaches to diminish CO2. Without gas, it's no way to reach these targets.
So in terms of short term, what's your weather forecast look like for this winter? Are you expecting a warmer winter than last year?
No, we could look at all the weather forecasts, and it's quite obvious that the winter will be cooler than average, and it will also influence demand. And by the way, nowadays, we see that demand is high not only comparatively with the last year, but also with 2007, which was the last year of economic prosperity.
And that was also 1 year after your initial dispute in January of 2006 with Ukraine, when you cut off supplies for the pricing dispute. And then again, just this last January, cold January, there's almost another halt of supplies to Western Europe. What's your message to Western European countries? How can they be assured that supplies won't be affected this year or in future winters?
Well, first of all, we didn't cut the supply. It was a cut of transit. And secondly, nowadays we have everything that it will not be repeated, subject that Ukraine will be in compliance with the transit and off-take obligations. And we do hope that the political fight during the presidential campaign will not negatively influence the contractual relations. Now, from February, in spite of that trembling and some speculation that Ukraine will not be in a position to pay, we see that Ukraine is paying in due time all the outstanding amounts, and what we are looking for just is that they will continue to do so.
Okay, so but some of the past disputes were political, not just about pricing.
No, actually, all this crises were generated on Ukrainian territory due to this political fight between different political figures. And it's an unfortunate situation, and we do hope that political ambitions will not allow such things to repeat.
On to another neighbor of yours on the other side, Alaska. Where are you in terms of cooperation with U.S. companies such as ConocoPhillips for offshore drilling, perhaps a pipeline?
You're right. We have visited Alaska last year, and we have found a lot of common things in approaching of exploration and development of the offshore and onshore gas and oil fields in the Arctic environment. And Gazprom is rather advanced in the technology of transportation and development of the gas fields. And we are sure there's a big potential of cooperation between American, Russian, and European firms in the offshore development of the Arctic area, where the major reserves have been identified. But it's a lot to be done in exploration and development in this area. That's why we're in contact with Conoco, with some other companies, to explore the opportunities.
So still exploration right now, not moving on to actually signing any deals with any of these companies? No,
it's too early stage to move to the signing of any particular agreement, but there is a mutual interest on both sides.
Okay. We all know you're a hockey player. You're the president of the KHL, Russia's hockey league. When you come here, what do you see that the NHL does well?
No, NHL has a great history, more than 100 years, and our league is just in the second season, but we have a great history behind Russian hockey, Soviet hockey, and Russian hockey, and we would like to take all the best from NHL. They already took a lot of good things from NHL, and we are rather sure that, like in the economy, it's better to cooperate than just to conflict. And I believe that the relations of competition could be good hand by hand with cooperation.
Now, you're going to the game tomorrow night. Have you seen Ovechkin play before?
Yeah, sure. I saw him when he played in Russia. I saw him playing in America for Washington, and I saw him playing in the World Championship. He is a great player, and we're really proud of him. And we do know how fans in Washington likes him. And I do hope also to see NHL representatives tomorrow, that we could finally move in our mutual cooperation.
Okay. Sir, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Margaret, back to you.
All right. Thank you so much, Hans Nichols, for bringing us that interview with the CEO of Gazprom.